Hello students, today we will study the question number 7 of exercise 6.4. This is the exercise of standard 8 chapter number 6 squares and square roots. So what is the question? Question is in a right angle triangle ABC, angle B is equals to 90 degree. If AB is equals to 6 centimeter, BC is equals to 8 centimeter, find AC. So here we have given one of the right angle triangle ABC in which angle B is of 90 degree. Two things we have given that side AB is 6 centimeter, side BC is 8 centimeter, and AC we have to find out what is the length of AC. So here we write down that what we have given here is AB is equals to 6 centimeter, BC is equals to 8 centimeter, and AC that we have to find out. So here we have also given that angle B is equals to 90 degree, right? So if this is a right angle triangle, and for a right angle triangle there is a theorem, that is Pythagoras, there is a rule, that is Pythagoras theorem, we can say that you have already studied, that we can apply only in the right angle triangle. So according to the Pythagoras rule, we can say write down that hypotenuse square. What is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the side opposite to the right angle. This is the right angle and its opposite side B is the right angle and its opposite side is AC. So hypotenuse square AC square is equals to addition of both the sides, that is square of first side plus square of the second side. This is the Pythagoras rule and this is applicable to all the right angle triangles. Okay. Now here we have to put down these values. What is AC? AC is, we have to find out what is AB. AB is 6 square plus what is BC? BC is 8 square. So here we can write down 6 square is equals to 36, 8 square is equals to 64. AC square is equals to 64. So now the total is what? 100. We get the AC square. Now we have to find out only the AC. That means we have to find out the square root. So applying the square root both the side, or taking square root both side. This side AC square, we can write down under root AC square, and here we have to write down under root 100. And therefore, here what will happen? AC will remains, and here what will happen? What is the square root of the 100? That is 10. Yes, you remember now this. What is the square root of 100? That is 10. So this is what we get the value of AC, third side. Okay, here we also have to write down the unit. The side has the two sides in the unit centimeter. So this side also has the unit in the centimeter. So this is the question number 7, sub question number 1. In the same way, now we can solve this second question that is given in this question number 7. Okay, now let us study the question number 8. What is the question? Question is, a gardener has 1000 plants. He wants to plant this in such a way that number of rows and the number of columns remain same. Find the minimum number of plants he needs more for this. See, how many plants are there with the gardener? Total plants is equals to 1000. Now he has to arrange the plants such that, suppose there he has 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that much of the column is must be there. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So you can see that if we arrange the plants in this way so that its rows and columns will become equal. So the what is the shape this will be? This is the shape will be, that is a square. So here we have taken the 5 rows and here we have taken the 5 columns. Both the numbers are equal. But here we don't know that how many rows he needs or how many columns he needs to arrange the 1000 plants. So let us suppose number of rows is equals to, let us take one variable z, and therefore the number of column will also be equal to z, right? Because both these will be equal, must be equal, that we have to say in the question. Now there is a total 1000 plants. So if we plant 5 rows and 5 columns, if we arrange this kind of arrangement, how many plants we need? Here 5, 5, 5, 5. 5 times 5, that means 5 into 5, and that is equals to 25. That means if we arrange now z rows and z columns, how many plants we required? That is z into z, and that is equals to z square. Okay. Now how many plants it has? He has how many plants? 1000 plants. Now see, we have to compare this z square with the 1000. So we have to find out the number of rows and columns. That is, we require to find out the square root of this z square. And in the same way, if we compare this z square with the 100, we require to find out the square root of 100,000. But 1000 is not a perfect square number. Why? Because 3 zeros are there. And we know now that in a perfect square number, the number of 0 must be in the even numbers. Here, zeros are 3. It is not a perfect square number. So that is why in the question we have given that how many more plants he required. More plants, that means sum of the digit, whole number we have to add in this number so that it can be a perfect square number. Remember, this type of problems we have already solved, right? So now what we have to do, we have to find out the square root of this number, right? Like we are doing to find out the square root of any number by division method. So make the pair of these first 2 0 and this 2 0. From the right hand side we have to make the bar. Now let us find out the square root. Okay, so now 10 is the digit. What kind of a number we have to take here? Perfect square number, which is either equal to 10 or less than the 10. So now here we can see, take that 3. 3 3s are 9. Now what is the remainder will be here? 10 minus 9, that is equals to 1. And now we can take this pair of the 0 0 with this, so that this new number will become 100. Now we have to double this number. So 3, if we double it, we get the 6. Now here and here we have to put the same digit so that this number will become, so that whatever the number we get here is either equal to this number or less than this number. But see, we cannot take the less number because we cannot plant, we have to plant whatever the plants we have, that we have to take more than 1000, not less than 1000. So here we have to take a digit which is either equal to 100 or greater than the 100, right? So see, here if we take, what will happen if we take 1, then 61 ones are 61. This is the less number from the 100. Take the 2, so 62 twos are, now 2 twos are 4, 6 twos are 12, 124. So here we have to take 2. If we take 2 here, 62 twos are, we get 124. Now what will be the remainder here is minus 24. And whenever we get the minus number, that means we have to add this number to this number. So the total plants, more plants required is what we have 1000 plant. We have to add 24 to this, so that total number we get is 1024. Right? How many plants we get? 1024. And now this number is become a perfect square number. And 1024 is a perfect square number. So what is the square root? That is 32. So here we can write down under root 1024 is equals to 32. What is this 32? This 32 is the total number of the plants that we have to now compare with the z square. So we can write down this z square is equals to 1024, and the square root of this z, that is equals to 32. And what is the z? Z is, we suppose that the number of the rows and the number of columns. So 32 plants we have to plant in 32 rows we required and 32 columns we required to plant 1024 plants. Okay. So this is how we can solve this type of question. One thing you have to remember is, here in the question we have to given that how many more plants we required. More plants, that means we have to add some digit in this number so that it can be a perfect square number. Right? Okay, and that is why we take a greater number and we take here the greater number which is of the 100. And that number what we get here 24, that we have to add in this given number so that it will becomes the perfect square number. So here the number which we add, more number to add number add to 1000, that is equals to 24. And this is the least required whole number that we have to add in this number. Okay, so this is how we can solve this type of questions, right? This is all about this lecture. Thank you.